Mike. Oh, sorry. I panicked. I didn't know what to do. Craig just clapped really loud.
And there's the intro. 114, I like it.
Cool. Aren't you going to
Are
start?
you going to start?
Yeah. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Curling Nation Season 4, Episode 5. Bussin' Christmas sweaters and slut pop.
Slut pop.
Slut pop.
Slut pop.
Yeah.
Slut pop.
Read it. You should be watching YouTube. We look very handsome today.
Yeah. Check out the YouTubes or the video podcast downloads. We look great. I'm Joel.
Mike.
Craig.
We're talking with Delany Strouse, junior curler, former junior curler extraordinaire. She's won a lot of things. She went everywhere.
Still a kid.
She's young.
She's young, yeah.
Young woman.
But they're doing well on curling, so congratulations to them. We get into some interesting topics with her. It's fun.
For sure.
It's a lot of fun. But first, we are sponsored by Modus Financial. Visit moduscc.com for your point of sale and credit card processing needs. Contact moduscc.com. Mason can set you up with point of sale technology, credit card processing. They have all kinds of credit card processing stuff, online stores, whatever you need. Also, Endgame Curling. Pretty good brooms. Endgamecurling.com.
Mm-hmm.
They got a really nice travel broom they came out with. They just came out with a smaller competitive size head that's more in line with the rest of the competitive heads.
Yes, some hot sellers here during the
Holiday
holiday rush
Great.
at the curling shop.
Has the new brush head been approved yet? Do we know?
Yes, now officially approved for
All right.
World Curling Federation sanctioned events.
Way to go,
Fantastic.
Croy.
Pick up your broom at endgamecurling.com, the most economical head that you can get. You just change the fabric out. Patented. So
I have a fun little story about Croy. Not that everybody that buys the travel broom gets to do this, but a friend of the show, Liza, bought a travel broom. She was in Cincinnati this past weekend, mixed double spieling.
City of Love.
Had an issue, I believe, assembling her broom, and asked us if we could hook her up with Croy. Talked to Croy on the phone, maybe even a FaceTime. Walked her right through whatever issue she was having. Boom. Travel broom, ready to go for her mixed double spiel. So, that's
All right.
great guy, Croy.
I have to sub for Croy tomorrow.
Yeah? In what? Oh, Mansfield?
Yeah,
All
in
right.
league,
In league?
regular
Okay.
old dinner league.
Dinner league.
I'm subbing. He's skiing currently,
Where?
Colorado.
Nice.
Just him and the wife.
Wow.
Left the young child to fend for herself.
Left the child with the dog.
Probably the two of them
They'll
are
snuggle
just,
up together.
Yeah,
Just leave a big bowl of food down on the floor.
yeah, some
Probably be fun.
newspapers
Cool.
on the ground. I don't know.
None of that is true.
No.
Other than the skiing part. That's probably
It's not the city. What'd you say? The city of brotherly love. It's the Queen City.
The Queen City.
Cincinnati is called
right.
the Queen City.
I didn't know that.
I don't know why it's called the Queen
true.
City.
Isn't,
But it
isn't
is.
Philadelphia the city of brotherly love?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where they hate everybody.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
I don't know. Cincinnati's famous for chili.
Yes.
Like weird chili, though.
All
Skyline
kinds of chili?
and what's the other one?
Isn't it like chili with like spaghetti noodles or
it's the
something?
you can get it like 3-way or 5-way,
Eh.
7-way. Like
I don't
you
want
get
to talk about it.
You get it with spaghetti and cheese. There's Skyline and something else. My cousin used to live in Cincinnati, and he was versed in Cincinnati chili culture, which is weird. But
I didn't see the
He was-
show going there.
he was a Skyline chili guy. So, well, Joel started it.
He did.
I did.
Well, you started it by saying that she went to
she
Cincinnati.
was in Cincinnati. Yeah, that's true.
Figured
I would tell a story about our sponsor. It's a pretty good story.
Fair enough.
All right.
I can't remember. I had something
That's
else
it.
I was going to say, but I forgot what it was.
Chili?
I don't think it had to do
Okay.
with chili or Croy or anything. I don't know. I've never been to Cincinnati, really.
I haven't either.
I don't think I have either.
I've heard it's a pretty nice city.
There's a curling club there.
It's the city of love, Craig.
It is. The city of brotherly love. It's a city that never sleeps.
Liza had good things to say about the Cincinnati Curling Club.
Yeah.
So
That's good.
Windy City.
The rundown of stuff that happened.
Yeah.
Should we go?
Sure. Junior men requalified for
Junior men requalified for Worlds.
Junior Worlds.
A side, the A bracket, the A pool.
A pool.
If we want to call it that. Yeah.
Took home the silver against Canada. Still pretty good. That's a good showing. Now they get to go back to Finland, I think, for Worlds.
Really? It's in Finland again?
I think so.
Both?
I read on the USA site that Team Wendling will return to Finland, and the that name, Kaskalo. What's that word? What's that word, Mike?
Some Finnish word. Sauna.
Kisakalio.
Kesakalio Sports Institute for the World Juniors in February. So they qualified to go back.
All right.
It's good for them. Unfortunately, the ladies did not qualify.
Missed out on the playoffs by a game.
So they got some hard work to do.
Unfortunate.
So
Not for lack of trying.
not for lack of trying.
What else happened?
So there was a whole bunch of cash deals that happened. People qualified for stuff.
There's a lot of like junior
There's a lot
teams
of
that
stuff.
qualified and things.
Yeah. Delany Strouse won some qualifying stuff, which is
Yeah,
good,
good job for her.
She
Yeah.
wins stuff every weekend. it
All
seems
she
like.
does is win, 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 no matter what.
Yeah.
Yeah, DJ Khaled said that. It's a very famous poet.
Daniel James Khaled.
So also, USAC, the United States Curling Association, has proclaimed January USA Curling Month.
Whoa. What does that mean? Do we know? Just
Nope.
all right. Cool.
I think it's a marketing thing.
Sure.
Which
Got it.
cool, go for it. Let's
Do you-
get more people curling and doing stuff. But
Do you know what a cool curling thing is that's happening in January?
nationals,
Madtown Double Down.
The Madtown
Right.
Double Down.
almost forgot about that.
We will be. It's being live streamed,
It is.
Yeah.
and
I'm pushing buttons.
we will be commentating games
Yep.
along with other members of the curling club, curling
Commentating?
community,
Yes.
participants in the spiel.
Yes. We'll
But
definitely.
mainly, you're going to want to tune in for our witty banter.
Usually, we try and get some interviews if the players are willing. Get some guest commentary, like Craig mentioned. We do about as good a job on that as we do on this show.
I think we
So-
do even better on that.
We like to have fun. Like to
Yep.
watch curling.
We're not going to gamble this year while we're.
No, we were chastised for that
Yeah.
last year. I don't know. Craig and I were at the club one night.
Yeah.
Maybe you weren't there.
We weren't even really
I'm not sure.
gambling very hard.
I'm not
but
sure. I'm not sure how serious the person was. Probably serious enough that
Well-
she said something to us, but
What if we
Or
put?
he.
What if we put the disclaimer on the bottom of like, if you have a problem with gambling, contact Gamblers Anonymous at this
Ooh.
number.
I'm not.
No, I think that they
know-
thought it sounded like we were cheering for people, but really,
Yeah.
I think most of that noise was people in the background, and it sounded like us.
It sounded
There
like
was a
it.
crowd behind us,
Yeah.
but we're moving the booth to the back of the club to hopefully get away from that nonsense.
So we're not even going to be able to see the ice this year. We're just going to be in the
I'm
back
gonna-
watching TVs.
Yeah, we're gonna be watching TVs, watching screens and stuff.
Huh. I don't know how I feel about that yet. I'm going to let that sink in.
Yeah, you told me that last night.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still
You've had 24 hours to let it sink in. What
There'll
do you think?
There'll be enough screens that you'll see what's going on.
All right.
All right.
It's not like you guys pay attention to the game anyway.
But now we won't have a choice. We'll have to pay attention because there won't be 5 other sheets to look at.
Yeah. We won't be able to see what Craig's wife is. Well, she's in the competitive bracket this year.
Yeah.
She might be on a featured game. You might have to recuse yourself from that broadcast.
Hell no, I'm doing that one. I'm definitely showing up for that game.
Is Steve's Curling Supplies sponsoring Team Brown?
No, we are sponsoring a team, but it is not Team Brown and
Brown DeYoung.
Brown DeJong.
Is there a conflict of interest in that, or what?
Not as far as I'm concerned.
No comment.
Over there at Steve's Curling Supplies, we're picking the winner. We picked the winner last year. So far, I have picked a team one time, and I am 100% for victorious teams in the Spiel. I picked the Japanese team that won last year.
Oh,
This year,
nice.
No, they're not coming back.
Oh, they're not coming
That's
back?
who we picked.
That's who I picked last year.
Curling sponsored last year.
This year, I have. If you guys want to get your money in on the eventual champion, it's going to be Richardson, Richardson, I guess. They listed
Whoa.
the female first.
Number 1 team in the world's in that field. They're going to upset number 1 in the world.
Walker Myers and the other Anderson Stopero, like those are also 2 pretty solid
Those
teams.
teams were in the field last year, too, and I picked the winner. Just saying.
All right. I have no skin in the game, so I'm not even going to say I hope you're right. I hope you're wrong because I'm not sure. I'm ready for that much of an ego boost.
Do you want to live with that 2 years in a row?
Nice.
That's fair.
All right. There's also going to be a Can-Am wheelchair curling cup, first of its kind.
Whoa.
In New Jersey before men's and women's nationals. So
Everything is legal in New Jersey.
I don't quite know the format of it, but Canada and the U.S. are playing wheelchair curling.
Will this be? Do we think it'll be similar to
No idea.
the Can-Am?
We don't know.
It was the Can-Am Cup when we had the group go up there pre-pandemic, right?
Yeah, that was like a Can-Am tour.
The Can-Am Tour. Okay.
Well, that was a club. That's like a club tour.
Yeah.
Sure.
I think this is just Canada send down a couple wheelchair teams. U.S. putting in a couple wheelchair teams. They're gonna play
Some games.
some games.
All right. Okay.
Where in New Jersey is this?
East Rutherford.
They're gonna
All
do
right.
it right in the middle of Giant Stadium. Outdoor ice. Natural.
Negatory Ghostwriter.
Oh, okay. I thought that was for sure where it would be.
I have the information here. It is the rink at American Dream.
Okay.
That's that's what it is.
In East Rutherford.
In East Rutherford, New Jersey.
All right.
Okay.
Apparently, it's a shopping mall.
Yeah. Are the Sopranos going to be making an appearance?
I'm hoping for a lot of tracksuits.
Yeah.
Unlikely.
Tony's
dead.
I'll be wearing some for sure.
R.I.P.
I don't know what to say about this. I don't have
The
anything.
Can-Am Cup or Tony Soprano?
Tony Soprano.
Yeah, just New Jersey in general.
Did he die though? Like, you assume he did, but they just cut it short and
I
screwed up the
mean,
ending.
like James Gandolfini is dead. That's where I was going with that.
He died after the show.
Yep. Correct. I don't know.
I didn't know he was dead.
Yeah. He died
He died of heart attack
a number of years ago.
a number of years ago. Anyway,
Anyway.
way to bring the show down, Mike.
Way to go, Mike.
Yep.
Yep, that's great.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
I've never been to New Jersey except for Newark Airport. I don't think.
I don't think I've been to the Garden State either.
I heard a joke that for some reason stuck with me for, I don't know, 30 years.
Okay.
This guy says, I'm from New Jersey, the Garden State. If you're growing smokestacks. It's not even that funny, but for some reason, that joke, like, I seriously, I heard it, I think, when I was a teenager, and that joke hasn't, like, left my mind. Of all the jokes that I wish would have stayed in my mind that I could, like, recall on demand, that's one that I got.
That's one that just lives rent-free in
Lives rent-free in my
your
brain, and it will forever. I don't know why. I don't know.
Nice. All right.
Sorry.
Should we?
No, I got nothing against New Jersey. I haven't been there.
Okay. Hold on.
I haven't been there either, so I won't judge until I get there and leave.
Before we get to our interview, this is like a week before Christmas, right?
Yes.
What
Exact.
What is on
No, 6 days before.
everybody's Christmas list?
Socks.
Socks? Just what kind? Just
I need some new socks all around. I need some ski socks, but I mostly just need, like, decent socks.
socks.
I got a bunch of...
Okay.
It's been a long time since I replenished my sock supply.
Socks are ridiculously expensive if you buy nice socks.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how I feel about that.
I just replenished my sock,
Supply.
supply a few months ago, and yeah, I spent like $120 on socks because I replaced I replaced all of them. Like they were all like they all gotta go.
Gross. Got it.
So
I put only things that began with S.
That was the theme this
socks?
year?
sardines.
No, there was I'd like sardines, but
hold
that
on,
wasn't.
Hold on. Is this like a Brown family tradition?
No, I just
or-
started writing a list for family to see
Okay.
because they asked for one, and I wrote like 4 things, and they all began with S.
I love it.
Socks.
Okay.
I asked for a sweater
Okay.
with.
Any brand in particular, or do you want to like a quarter zip, or what are we talking
no,
about?
I
here?
don't
Like
like
the
the
new
zip.
Peelers one, like something. Nice?
No, not a sweatshirt.
That's a hoodie.
It
It was a nice sweater.
I used to have a couple decent sweaters that I liked,
Okay.
and they got just too old, and
Sure,
they don't look good
they've-
anymore. And now all I have that I like to wear in the winter is like hooded sweatshirts and stuff.
it.
I'd like to
Got
class it up a little bit.
Class it up on occasion. Got it. I like
I can't
that.
remember what my other S
don't
or
remember the other
2
twos.
were.
Okay.
I'll think about it.
All right. How about you, Joel? What do you got on
I
your
would
list?
like my knee to stop hurting when I curl, but it's getting better.
I can't do anything about that.
Yeah, it's getting better.
Suggest going to see the chiropractor.
For his knee?
Yep. I went last year. Worked out for me.
Yeah, I started working out there,
It was-
or doing the roller thing on the outside of my leg,
The roller helps.
as you guys suggested, and it helps.
The roller helps. The Theragun helps. I went to the chiropractor.
That's a bunch of quacks.
I still call it the chiropractor.
I'm just saying that.
No offense to any
Mainly
chiropractors that listen to the show.
Sydney Schmoose, I just like to
Needle her a little bit.
just
Yeah.
a little.
Yeah. I was skeptical. I went in recently. I even told my chiropractor right to her face. I'm like, I don't know what you do. I think it's half science, half
Witchcraft?
doctory. Yeah, witchcraft. And she was like, yep, kind of is.
All right.
So I was up front with her.
What'd you ask for Christmas?
What's on your list, Mike?
I'm going to a Bonspiel in Colorado. I'm very excited about this. I'm going at the end of February with some friends.
Which club? Which spiel?
Denver. And it's called the Space Spiel, I believe.
Space.
Yeah, the Space Spiel. That's the theme.
Okay.
I don't know. I have been told by my teammates that we have some costumes. I'm looking forward to that.
I have got a pair of pants that if they fit you,
Yeah, or just
they are dynamite.
all right. I'm in.
I can't. Well, good thing my wife doesn't listen to the show.
Even if they
So-
don't fit, it's going to be great.
Yes.
Yeah, hopefully they're super tight.
So I got them. From maybe for the Space Spiel last year, Lance Wheeler.
Okay.
I stayed at his house because the weather. I was driving out west and there was a blizzard and I couldn't get over the mountain, so I
Got it.
stayed at his house for a night.
Nice.
And these pair of like super shiny ass silver pants
Okay.
were sitting there,
Yes.
and I like had to inquire about them, and he said that it was just a team costume for an upcoming Bonspiel, and this was later in the year though than what you're talking about.
Okay.
But maybe they moved the date of the Space Spiel.
I have no idea.
But I am.
I was asked to go, and I'm just looking up stuff. So,
Lance
yeah.
has sent me these pants. They are now my pants.
Whoa.
And I haven't told my wife about them. And one of these Friday nights,
Well,
for
she's not
you're
going to
gonna-
know because
you're gonna break them up.
right, she doesn't listen to the show, so
Right.
I'm gonna pull them out
Yes.
for Friday night family team potluck
I
league.
love it.
And
I
I'm
love
not
it.
going to give her any warning at
No
all
warning.
that I'm
Yeah.
coming
Just
out in the super
in the space
shiny
pants.
silver
Yeah.
space pants. But I can't give, like, I have to do it
You have
now.
to
I
do
have a
it.
timeline. I have to do it before you go to
Yeah.
your Bonspiel in
End of-
February.
that's end of February.
All right.
I think it's like the weekend after Valentine's. So
Okay.
Do you want to borrow my gold suit?
I will let you know. We're flying, so I have to
Okay.
probably pack moderately light
Okay.
because we're going to go out a couple days early and ski, and then we're going to Bonspiel.
Okay.
So I will probably have to use some strategy when
Let me
packing.
know because my
So,
shiny gold suit is amazing.
yeah, I know it's amazing. I've seen it in person.
All right, so that's what
I
you
don't know.
asked for Christmas was a trip to a Bonspiel?
Well, no. I asked for a new ski helmet. And some new mittens.
Oh, okay.
Some ski mittens. So we'll see if Santa comes through.
All right. Joel, what did you say again?
My knee.
Your knee.
Joel
Do you,
would just like.
do you have any actual presents that you're hoping to receive? Or
What
just...
about hope?
Joel knows what he's getting already. He probably bought it for himself. Wrap it under a tree.
Well,
Well,
bah,
I did just
humbug.
build that new computer over there.
Oh.
But
Is that your Christmas present to yourself?
yes, that'll
There you
be.
go.
That's for the Mad Down Double Down.
big wires.
I'm sure it's very nice. I have no
Well,
idea
the
what I'm
wires down
looking
there,
at.
that's all audio stuff, but it's the thing on top.
It's very. It's not even really that shiny. It's kind of a matte finish.
It's
I'm
not-
sure it's very nice. Congratulations. Merry Christmas, Joel.
Thanks, Mike. Thank you. Thank you. I'm pretty excited.
All right. Maybe we should talk to Delaney for a bit.
Yeah, let's get
Whoa,
to it.
what
No,
else we got?
not
So,
yet.
like,
What else we got to talk about?
I don't
Craig?
know. Maybe there's something else. I
Do we
feel
have
like
any New Year's resolutions?
We talk about that in the New Year's, not at the Christmas
okay.
episode.
Not in the Christmas episode.
We can talk about the ones we break at the first episode. That
Okay. Did anybody have any last year that had any legs?
I don't think I have had any resolutions.
I don't either, but I'm sure.
no regrets, Mike.
No regrets?
No regrets.
Okay. All right.
I don't know. I just feel like that we're missing out on something that we should be talking about. Were there any other events that we have to cover, or did we get all that?
No, we got the stuff that I had on the list.
All right. Unofficial. Christmas lights on your Christmas tree in the house.
Yes.
White lights or multicolored lights?
Both.
What?
We got both.
You have both?
Yeah.
Should we take a time out from the show and go look at his tree and come back and judge it?
Oh, the tree. Talk about the tree.
Yeah,
Oh,
the tree.
porch.
Yeah,
Oh,
on your tree. On your tree. Do you have?
we got multicolored ones. We got
Multicolored.
on the porch. We got white and multicolored.
Okay, that's fine. Then you're less of a psychopath. I'm not sure I could have handled white and multicolored lights on your Christmas tree. That would have been weird. I don't think I've ever seen that ever. What do you got? Do you have a Christmas tree?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know we have white ones.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's both. I think it's just white.
Just white.
Now that I think about it, but
Okay.
my tree is hilarious this year because Martin, my oldest son, is normally the guy who just digs Christmas decorating. Like he's one of these kids that like, we gotta get a tree, we gotta get a tree, we gotta get a tree. And like I feel like he'd get one the day after Halloween if he could. And then this year for some reason, and then like as soon as we get it, he's like, we don't even have the tree in the damn house yet. And
Yeah.
he's like down in the basement bringing up
Like
boxes
getting the tub of
The tub,
ornaments
yeah.
and lights
And-
and got it.
So this is how he's been every single year. And this year he's just like too cool for school. Didn't want to do any damn decorating.
Mm.
And
Okay.
Henry, though, the 9-year-old, like he just like took charge and he's like, I'll decorate it.
Okay.
And it looks horrible. And it's amazing. I love it. It's my favorite Christmas tree decoration that we've ever had because he's short and he can't reach very high, and he couldn't
You
like.
didn't give him a stool or anything to stand on? Or, like,
He
just as
had
far as
he
could
had
reach?
a stool. I helped him at the top a little bit, but I was trying to keep the same like motif that he had going at the bottom,
Nice.
which was poor. And but it's my favorite. Every time I've looked at it, and for the last 2 weeks, I've just like smiled and laughed because it was
Nice.
like it was so great. Like he
Nice.
just did it, and he thinks it looks good.
And he loves it. Great. Way to
I'm
go.
like, you do it, man.
Attaboy,
so
Henry.
it is decorated
I have
pretty subpar.
the inverse from about 5 years ago. It pops up in my Facebook feed every year about a week after December starts. And we got the tree in and got it all decorated, and we had like a 9-month-old puppy.
Uh-huh.
And the puppy got in. He yipped one night, and then we looked over at the tree, and he had chewed through a string of lights, and then was like randomly
Found the creamy inside.
found
of
the
it?
fun of electricity. Yeah. So
How many licks did it take him? To
I
get to
have-
the inside of the electrical wire.
and then he would like randomly just pick ornaments off the tree. So eventually we had to, from about, I don't know, 3 feet up from the tree was lit, and the bottom the bottom 2 feet of the tree was unlit and no ornaments. Because Arlo was just like picking them off. And he would still go by the tree and just like chew on a branch every once.
Sweet.
So, yeah, it's a pretty good picture of him standing by the tree. Yeah.
So while my son is decorating the tree,
Yeah.
and my other son is being a tween
Right.
and like sitting there like nearby with his headphones on, being a
Pointing out all the things
stick in the mud.
pointing out all the things Henry's doing wrong, but he doesn't want to do.
No, he
so-
wasn't
Everything's
even really
lame.
doing. He
Yeah.
had just
Everything's
enough
lame.
common sense to not do that.
Got it.
He mostly just sat there and kind of did whatever. And my wife, she pulls out an ornament, and apparently I got it at some junior bonspiel a million years ago.
Okay.
And she looks at it and she's like, "Oh, the Wisconsin Junior something Open,"
Yeah.
and I don't know, it's like 1990, and then proceeds to drop it, and it smashes right in front of me. And she's, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry." And then it wasn't fucking 2 minutes later, she grabbed some other one that she thought had some meaning to me.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I mean, the first one didn't have any meaning to me either, but I don't know why it was
Right.
even whatever. And,
Your parents wanted it out of their house, and
Yeah.
you ended up with it.
and so she
probably.
grabbed some other one that she thought had meaning to me and dropped that, and it shattered right in front of me as well. And she completely destroyed 2 in a row within like 3 minutes. And I'm like, that one for like just about 30 seconds, I played it up like, "Oh no, not that one." And then I'm like, I'm just kidding. I don't even know what it is. I don't know where that came from. But it was just amazing. She just like completely thought she ruined all of my Christmas memories in like a 2-minute span.
Oh, that's pretty good. Nice. Oh,
I got one.
great.
It's got like I made it in elementary school, like we probably just about all did. Growing up in the upper Midwest, where it's a stupid little like clay star and your like school photo in
yep.
the center.
yeah, I have that one.
So whatever. I'm probably about 8
Sure.
in this picture,
Sure.
and I had to put that one up right like eye level. Just below eye level, so it's almost eye level with my kids.
Did you put a
and
sticky note on it that says "Don't drop"?
I put that one right in the front, and otherwise all the ones that I like are in the back because Henry couldn't get around to the back of the tree or reach very high. So
Sounds good. Nice.
So I got an update from last episode.
Okay.
My favorite Christmas song.
Oh, yes. Yeah, your favorite Christmas song.
Yeah. So my wife and I went to Wayland's St. Palin and the Magic Elves show. He's a guy that comes back home to Masson every year and does a
Christmas show.
Christmas show.
Okay.
And they do some of their own songs, some covers.
Okay.
He does a song called "You're Off the List." Santa's pissed.
So it's not on Spotify?
I don't know.
All right. Well, I'll have to. Maybe I can find it on YouTube. Wayland St.
Palin and the Magic Elves.
And the Magic Elves. All right. Awesome. I've never heard of this. There's some good
There it is.
off the cuff.
Is
it on Spotify or no?
Wayland St. Palin and the Magic Elves on Spotify.
All right.
There it is. Number 3. You're off the list.
Boom. I'll listen to it on the way home.
You're off the list. Santa's pissed.
Perfect. I'm gonna put it in right now. Awesome. Yeah. There's some. I like a good off color.
They do some other ones
Christmas song
that are goofy and dumb, and one's about doing the dishes because you don't want to talk to anybody. So
nice.
Yeah, it's a good time.
I'm glad you came up with one.
Mm-hmm.
And I think last time I balked at that question because I couldn't think of it.
Yeah.
I'm going with White Christmas by the Drifters.
I love that from Home Alone.
I don't maybe
that's the one in Home Alone where when he puts the aftershave on.
I don't know.
That's
I don't
the
remember
scene.
that part.
Yeah,
but it's been a long time since I've seen that movie. But
yeah. That's a great one. I like that one.
I heard it like the day after our show, and then I'm like, "Oh, I got to remember this one." And I remembered it was the Drifters, and then I couldn't even remember.
There's some good off-color ones. There's a guy on Bob and Tom, Haywood Banks, who does one called Cash. This is all he wants for Christmas is cash. It's good. It's a pretty good one. Also, Dear Santa by Sean Morey is a good one if you want to look that one up.
Okay.
Do you have any weird Christmas traditions in your family?
No, I don't think so. Do you?
I don't think so. Are you a Christmas Eve gift guy family or
No.
Christmas morning?
No, Christmas Day. Christmas
you?
Day.
It depends on where we are, because like my wife's family's up in Oshkosh. I got family in Minnesota. We lived in Michigan for a while, so like it really all depended on where we were when we were going somewhere. So
Sure.
so for us, it's never been like always on the same day. It's always been Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, the 2 days before Christmas, because that's what we got.
20.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're I mean, generally it was like we were just together as a family. It was usually Christmas Day.
Okay.
We no Christmas Eve, like no onesies on Christmas, Eve night, like pick one out that you really want to open. Wasn't a thing with us.
Got it. All right.
My wife's family, the thing in their they always had an orange in their stocking. Which there's some I think there's some tradition about it or something.
Yeah,
something
because
weird
it's
about
a winter fruit, and so like it didn't travel well. Like my wife her family has something about they would have like oyster dressing with Christmas dinner because you had to wait until winter before you. In the olden days, you had to wait until winter before you could get seafood in the Midwest.
Got it.
Because the refrigeration situation.
We
wasn't
always
any
had
good.
oyster stew.
Is that like no white after Labor Day or whatever it is?
Dude, I will wear white whenever I want to wear white. Don't you try and tell me when and when I cannot wear white.
Whenever I got
Yeah.
well, please.
But yeah, something along those.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't
No, I don't think
We always had
yeah.
oyster stew as well, and I didn't really know why.
Yeah.
There you go.
Maybe
I don't think
that's
I
why.
ever knew that. That was not a thing in
maybe
our
that's
family,
why.
but
Yeah.
learned something new. Man,
I don't know.
look at all the things we're learning.
Educational show
today.
we got here today.
Boom.
All right. Let's get to Delaney.
Do it. All right, we got a great guest today. She is an up-and-comer in USA curling. They are having a great season this year. I was just on the Face Space, and in 1 month, they went to a bunch of events, made it to the playoffs in 4, finals in 3, won 2. That's really good. I think she's won some junior stuff. Went to the college? No.
The what?
College national. She's nodding her head. I think I got close. College national championship. Junior Olympics, right? That too.
University game?
University games.
Something like that.
Nailed it. I had it right there. This is just the best interview ever. We'll get right into it. Delany Strouse, welcome to the show. How are we doing tonight?
I'm good. How are you guys?
We are doing very good. All right. I did a little
As you
research.
can tell by our
As you can tell by our sweaters. It's the annual Ugly Christmas Sweater Show. So we are very extra handsome tonight. So I did a little research to see if you'd be a good guest, and I have it on good authority that you will be a good guest. I also have it on authority that you are prone to use some slang terms in your daily conversation. So we're gonna have a little quiz. I have some new slang terms.
All right.
We're going to see if Craig and Joel can define the new slang terms. And then I have some old slang terms to see if you can define some old slang terms that we maybe used when we were your age. Even though we're only about 2 or 3 years older than you.
Right. Well, hold on a second. Can we get a frame of reference here? I know this isn't necessarily polite, but would you like to give us a ballpark of how old you are these days, Delaney?
I am 23.
Okay. Not even a ballpark. That's just on
That's
the head.
boom.
I'm just 23.
Not shy about it at all.
All right. I wouldn't be either if I was 23.
Some of us would be around double that, give or take.
All true.
Yes.
Fact, not opinion. Okay, let's get into the quiz.
Let's do it.
All right, the first word.
Do we have to buzz in?
This is an easier one. No, I'm going to let you guys. You guys can both give your guess, and then Delaney will tell you how right or wrong you are.
Okay, do we have to write it down? Or
No.
do we just
that's
blurt it out?
Fine. You can just blurt it out. Okay, the
I think
first word.
I think you and I discuss on what.
Okay, the
what
first.
we think
The first word is Riz.
I think I know this one.
You think you know this one?
I
All
think
right,
I know this.
you're pretty.
Wait.
You're pretty happy about that.
Can we use it in a sentence, please?
No.
Riz.
Delaney's
Yes.
got the Riz.
Yeah, Delaney has
Delaney
a lot of
has
Riz.
the Riz.
I know this one.
Yeah. Okay. I want to see if Joel can get it.
Talent.
Charisma.
Charisma, style, charm. Delaney, is that correct?
Yep, short for charisma.
Okay, perfect. All right.
Charisma.
All right, 1 for 1.
All right,
now I'm in trouble.
One, you have 1, Joel has 0.
I can only go down from here.
All right. The next word. Actually, I'll go back and forth.
Okay.
Now an old term, Delaney. Please define fly.
Fly?
Yeah, if something is fly.
Yeah, like cool or sick.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll accept that.
accept that.
I'll
I'll
accept
accept
that.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll accept that as
That's correct.
fly.
That's correct.
Someone could also define somebody's look.
Yeah. The person is
Like,
looking fly.
We all look very fly tonight in our Christmas sweaters. All right.
AKA hip.
Yes.
I am
Hip.
hip.
All right. Word for the old guys. Bussin. Something is bussin.
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 My kids say this sometimes.
Do you know what it means? We're about to find out.
Well, part of my problem here is that I've got a 12-year-old who probably uses it correctly, and I've got a 9-year-old who probably has no idea, so he probably is using it incorrectly. So half of the time I hear it, I don't know if it's right.
Okay. All right. Go ahead. Give me
Bussin.
bussin.
It's either, it's like something is either, I don't know. It might just be good. Like I don't know. I'm
guessing it has nothing to do with the bus.
I don't think it has anything to do with the bus. No.
I will neither confirm nor deny that. I'm not
I will
giving it
like
away.
my kids say you are bussin',
Yeah.
or like that's bussin',
Okay.
but I don't know what the hell they're talking about.
Okay.
I would say something is cool.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
go
Or-
with cool.
or great. Something is neat.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll give it to you. I have it as super good. Is that how would you define bussin', Delaney?
Yeah, super good, like excellent. Some of my friends use it for like food, like that looks bussin'. So
Yes, I did read that on
Hmm.
the internet that food would often be like,
Food
we
is
went and got some
bussin'.
pizza and it was bussing.
Ah,
This
Yeah.
food's so bad. Please bust
Yeah.
it away from me.
Okay.
okay.
All right. Delaney, please define for me home skillet.
I've never heard that used.
Got him.
One, Craig, would you like
Right.
to define, or Joel, would you like to define home skillet for Delaney? Do you prefer Delaney, Laney? What should we call you for this interview?
I go by either.
Either. Okay.
Either.
All
You
right.
can call me Lainey.
All right. Great. We're both BFFs now. I'll
I'm-
call her Laney.
I might get negative points on that
Okay.
this one because I don't know
You don't know home skillet?
home skillet.
Oh my goodness. Do you know home skillet?
Is that
Home
like
skillet.
friend? Is that a friend?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically the same as
Yeah.
homeboy.
It's like homeboy.
Homie.
It's your friend.
Home
Your
slice.
homie.
Home
Yeah.
slice.
Got it.
Yeah.
I just haven't heard skillet
Okay. Yeah.
as
Oh.
part of home.
Learn something new every day,
Learn
Joel.
something- Yeah.
All right. Last new term for you two.
Okay.
Yeet.
I know this one.
Oh, come on.
If I
Your
didn't
kids
have
are
a
just
12-year-old in the house, I would have
All
no
right, Joel,
idea.
let me see. What is yeet?
I think like quick or fast. Is that correct?
That is Delaney, how do you define yeet? I have a couple definitions. What is your definition of yeet?
I feel like oftentimes people just kind of respond to things with yeet, whenever, wherever seen fit. But my team personally uses yeet for throwing a rock. So to yeet means to throw.
Yes.
To yeet means to throw in my world.
That is both terms I looked up were correct.
I
Yeet can be a exclamation of excitement. So you can be like you make a double, you'd be like yeet.
no.
But also throwing the double, you yeet it
Yeah.
down there if you got to throw peel or something.
yeet me a double.
Yeah,
Or something.
yeet
I
me a
don't know.
double.
Like my kids say, yeet me this, yeet me that.
Got it.
But I only learned this like a month ago, so I'm as hip as I may appear. I'm not that
You just
hip.
became familiar with this
Yes.
one. Okay, last one, Delaney, for you. Please define whack.
Whack.
Yeah, whack.
I feel like I'm in like a spelling bee here.
If you can spell it,
Maybe like-
great.
Like crazy, absurd.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
You can use it
absurd,
in that term.
bad.
Also, like if you, let's say you rolled into a McDonald's and it was filthy, you'd be like, dude, this place is whack. Like this is not
yeah.
acceptable. So, very good. That's it. That's
That's it.
all I have for the,
If you
the
flash
quiz
a
today.
guard, that shot was whack.
Yeah.
If
Yeah,
it's
you get one of
rock
those.
picks. that
It
pick
like
was
ticks
fucking
off
whack.
and then spills into the button behind three guards.
yeah.
You're like, dude, that was so whack.
Yeah.
Yeah, just unexpected. Not yeah. So
Okay.
there you go. Learn something new, all of us. You're welcome. Quiz over.
Loved it.
F plus, everybody. Way to go. Congratulations.
Delaney, where are you from?
I'm from Michigan. I was born in Midland, which is like the center of the state. So Mid-Michigan is where I'm
Can
from.
you show us on your mitten hand? Can you?
Of course I can.
Which hand do you put up for the mitten? Do you put up the right hand or the left hand, or does it not matter?
It probably matters. I put up the right hand.
I think the
just
right is
Yeah,
right.
the right
Now
hand.
that,
The
now
right
that
is the
I'm
correct hand.
visualizing the state, I think the right is right. Okay.
Very good. Perfect.
Do you do that when you like see other
Oh,
people
yeah.
from Michigan? Okay.
Having lived in Michigan for 5 years, in the northern Detroit burbs, yeah, it like everybody does it. Like we lived in the
Yeah.
Detroit burbs on 32 Mile, and everybody knows where Detroit is, but people still like Detroit. Like,
Right. I had a rental car with Michigan plates, and I was out in Colorado one time, and we pulled into the gas station, and this guy, like at the next pump over, went like this, and I looked at him like, What are you doing? I'm like, I gave him one of those. And
You should have given him a mitten and then pointed over here because you were from Wisconsin.
I didn't. Now I would have. If I do that, if somebody does that to me now, I will go like this. But no, at the time I did not understand at all what he was talking about or what he was doing, and I thought he was just a weirdo at the gas station. But now I've learned. So I learned something new, a couple years ago.
Very good.
And tonight.
Yeah. Well, we know where Midland is now. It's
Right in the middle.
Yeah.
How many sheets does Midland have?
Midland has 4 sheets.
Is it
Pretty
like
good.
is it healthy membership? Like strong numbers, or are you
How many members do you think are
struggling for
at
members, or
Midland?
I think there's strong members. I haven't been there in years. My parents don't live there anymore, so I don't go back to Midland anymore.
Okay.
Seemed pretty good when I was there. I also went to school in Detroit for a little bit, so I curled out of Ferndale for a year. So, and now my parents live in Traverse City, so now when I go back, I curl out of Traverse City.
all
Got
right?
it. How many are there? That's a new club, right?
Yeah, there's 5, I think.
5.
Okay.
That sounds right.
Yeah. Wasn't there? Yeah.
Just
Great.
last year they opened.
Wasn't mixed doubles there? Or is it
It's
gonna
going to be
there?
there.
It's going to be there.
Gonna be
Yeah.
there.
All right. Have you qualified for mixed doubles? Are you playing doubles this year? Or no?
Not playing this year, no.
Oh.
Did you dump Danny and say that's enough of this garbage?
Yeah, that's exactly what I said.
Yeah.
No, I mean, we had an amicable break. I just didn't really want to play doubles anymore. I mean, like I graduated college and I'm starting work. I'm maybe gonna pick it back up just to try to qualify for the trials, see what happens. But right now, I'm just really focusing on 4-person. So
Got it. Where did you go to college?
I went to Wayne State University in Detroit for 2 years and then did a year and a half at University of Minnesota.
You graduated in 3.5 years?
Yep.
Whoa. Wicked smart.
Well, it was nice talking to you,
Yeah.
Delaney.
All my notes
when
right out the window now.
Yeah.
Not saying that. Not saying that.
All right. One of them smart kids.
Yes.
Wow, that's impressive.
So I do remember. Do you remember when Midland redid their club? Didn't they redid their club?
I
couple
was
years-
not curling,
Okay.
but my dad curled then, and I've heard about the old club. I just have never been there.
Yeah, I remember I was up there for a couple spiels, and the locker room was in a semi-trailer
Awesome.
that was backed up to the
Yeah.
club, and it was not heated, or maybe they had like
Oh.
a space heater out there or something, but
It's cold.
fuck, it was cold. That was not yeet out there. It was not.
I don't think you used that correctly.
It was not
but
bussin'.
there-
It
yeah,
was
it was not
That was
bussin'.
not
yeah,
bussin'.
It was not bussing out there, getting your clothes changed in the semi-trailer.
Nice.
How long have you been away from Midland?
I graduated high school and I started Wayne State 2019, 2020. Then the pandemic hit my freshman year of college and went home to Midland for like a year. And then I moved out to Minnesota that summer, like August of 2020. And I've been here ever since. So since
Okay.
2019.
Did you move to Minnesota because of curling?
Well, it's kind of a funny story because I went to school at Wayne State University because it was way cheaper than going to an out-of-state school, even though I wanted to be in Minnesota just because that's kind of where the hub of curling is. But like financially speaking, it made absolutely zero sense. So I went to Wayne State, and then when the pandemic hit, I was completely online. So I did a year of school at Wayne State completely online in Minnesota because my brother moved out here. And I had every intention of moving back to Michigan and finishing my degree at Wayne State, but I never left.
All right.
Yeah,
Makes sense.
I did something similar where I did 2 years at, or I did a year at Macomb Community College which is not too far from Wayne State.
All right.
And got my gen eds out of the way before coming to Madison. It's a lot cheaper than paying out-of-state tuition at a Big Ten school.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
You're
I don't think anybody cared about you and Macomb State.
I've heard of Macomb. Lots of people went there from Wayne State.
Yep.
I'm just kidding, Joel. I'm sorry.
there you
It's
go.
a good
That was
school,
rude.
Craig.
I've
That was
never heard
rude.
of that school until today.
I don't know if I've heard of it. It sounds familiar, but it could just sound familiar.
It's MATC, but in Michigan.
Got it.
So you mentioned your brother. Is he older than you? Older brother, younger brother,
Twin brother.
twin brother. Holy moly.
Twin brother.
Okay, so
Yeah.
did he move here to Curl, or why did he move, or why did he opted to move here to Curl?
Yeah, we both made the junior national team the same year, and he went to Western Michigan for like a year. He really wanted to move to Minnesota, but my parents made him try an in-state school first, and he was like, nope, and he left. So he moved out to Minnesota to Curl. I kind of was like, I'll join you for a year while I do online school, and we still live together. So
I was just gonna ask, do the two of you live together? Very good. That's an easy question. Asked and answered.
Do you have any of these other curling kids living with you as well?
yep, my teammate Becca Rogers lives with us, who is also dating my brother, and Aiden Oldenburg, who's my brother's teammate.
Got it. All right. I shouldn't have called you guys kids, but there's just this whole giant group of people that all moved to Minnesota, and
Yeah,
you're all so much younger than me that I'm going to call you kids, and I probably will train myself to
okay.
stop doing that eventually.
We're gonna allow it.
Okay, just
we'll allow it for the
for
show
now,
today.
for this year.
Yeah, for this year. Yeah, and then next
2 more weeks.
Next week you have to change.
Okay,
New Year's resolution: stop calling the youngins
kids.
kids.
Okay. All right. So this year, how many spiels have you played? Like 30 or 35? It seems like.
12, I think.
Holy cow, that's a lot of spiels. How many more you got on the
think we
schedule?
On the schedule, we have 3 up until counting nationals, 3 more,
Okay.
and then
So sorry, including 2 more than nationals or 3 more than
2 more than nationals.
2 more than nationals.
2 more than nationals, so 3 if we count nationals, and then depends on who wins nationals and world championships, but we'll probably continue playing a little bit after as well.
Okay.
Have you qualified for any slams in the new year?
Yep, we qualified for the Co-op Canadian Open, and then if we have a good performance at nationals, win nationals, we're probably in the hunt to maybe qualify for the Players Open, I think it's called. So we'll see. That's top 12, so it's a lot more difficult to qualify, but I still think we're in the hunt if we have a good performance in the new year. So
Do they still have the Champions Cup slam at the end of the year, or is that gone now?
nope, that's gone now. I think, I mean, like, I don't really know exactly why they canceled it, but people like weren't going with their full teams and things like that.
Maybe
Like,
because it was
was-
in May and
It was in
everybody's
May.
sick of curling.
yeah, I think people were not wanting to go, and like, I don't know. I kind of like it's not like the last slam is like a few weeks after the World Championships, and I feel like that's good. But then when it's like way after, I feel like it's kind of not the vibe.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
So you just were at a slam last weekend in, where were you, Saskatoon?
Yep, we were in Saskatoon.
And you made a tiebreaker? Is that correct?
Yep, we made a tiebreaker.
Okay. So you got a couple wins though, and
Yeah.
that was how's the slam experience been? Knowing that you've been to just like 2 of them now, and you're in it with the big names and all that. How's that?
Yeah. I mean, it's been kind of crazy. I think like we started this year with like goals of like qualifying for the tier 2 slam, And like in terms of people telling their bosses and their professors things, like we've had a huge change that we've had to kind of adapt to quickly. But I think the first slam was we got in kind of last minute. It was the week before the Europeans, so we actually got in because a few European teams actually dropped out. We were sitting at 18th in the world at that time. We had 2 European teams drop out, so that's how we were able to get into the slam. And it was a pretty quick turnaround in terms of like booking things. So I think that and it being our first one, I think that definitely didn't really work out that great. And I think we were pretty nervous and playing like the top teams we've never played before. So we definitely didn't go out and have our best showing. But I think going back for the second one was like we knew what to expect. And like slams are actually pretty casual in the sense that like the rules are like definitely like policing yourself, and like you can talk to your coaches like when the game's going on, and like they're pretty lenient on a lot of rules like that. So I think going back and like knowing what to expect was way better, and we were able to get a few wins against teams that we actually have already played and beat this season. So at least going out there and like being comfortable against the teams we played in has been good. But I've never played for any sort of crowd like that. Maybe the university games had a decent crowd in Lake Placid just because like it was in the States. So that was like my first real experience with the crowd. But it's pretty crazy. Like they really like their curling in Canada, and it's like I really loved that aspect of it.
Good.
I think the 3 of us are generally aware of who's on your team, but for our maybe more casual viewers, can you let us know who you're curling with this year?
Yeah, so I've been curling with Becca Rogers and Sydney Mullaney and Susan Dutt for the past 5 seasons. And then Anna O'Hara, she joined our season about 3 years ago.
Okay. What, I think Anna normally plays third. Is that right?
Yep.
And then the
Yep,
other 3.
Anna plays third, and Sid plays second, and Becca plays lead, and then Susan's our alternate.
Okay. Got it.
What spiels do you still have on the schedule? Are you going to, you got one slam, and then what's your other spiel?
We're headed to Japan for the New Year medalist bonspiel that starts on the 28th and then goes to January 2nd.
Awesome.
Wow. Have you been to Japan before?
I've never been to Japan, so I'm super excited about that. I've done a lot of traveling this year, so it'll be like my 10th or 11th country that I visited. So I'm super excited to go, and we're actually bringing Chris Plies as our coach because Courtney was unable to attend, and I think that'll be like a super great experience for him as well, because I know he's looking into getting into coaching after he retires after the quad, and also like he just has like a lot of knowledge, and so
breaking news.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah,
breaking news.
What
Allegedly.
Where in Japan is this?
It's like 2 hours north of Tokyo. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce the town because I don't want to get it wrong, but it's about 2 hours north of Tokyo. So I think that we're taking like transportation there from the tournament.
Sweet.
You're gonna have some good sushi over there.
Yeah, I hope so.
I spent 3 months in Okinawa, and like the food was just amazing. It was really good. Sushi, sashimi, wagyu beef, really good.
Nice. What is the field like there? Is it pretty international, or is it mostly Japan?
It's mostly Japanese teams. A couple of the Japanese teams we've played all season, because a lot of the Japanese teams this season have made their kind of tour into Canada for like 7 or 8 weeks. So honestly, a few of them we've played a handful of times now. Okay. And then Team Ha from Korea, they're going to be there as well. They've been in some of the slams, and we played them at the university game.
Are you the only North American team?
We are, as far as I'm concerned.
As far as you're concerned, or as far as you know?
As far as I know, I don't know if anyone else added on since I've last looked.
This is gonna say like there's gonna be a Canadian.
There's gonna
team
be some
there.
other
No, I don't
teams, but I
recognize
don't-
them as North American.
They don't concern me.
They don't concern.
Perfect.
That's a good attitude. I like it.
Nah, it's just us as far as I'm concerned. Have you got status on the airlines after all of these flights? Are you like gold status?
I am gold status on Delta. So that's good into the next year. But we've had to fly a lot of Air Canada and stuff, which isn't the best, but we make it work.
All right. What are we gonna talk about next?
You mentioned university games. Tell us about
Yes.
your university games experience. I guess it's not that new.
Good
but-
question.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, every once in a while, my
Yeah.
brain cells bang together, and I ask a good one. Yeah. Tell us about that experience. You guys, gold, silver. You did well, didn't you?
We got bronze.
Bronze.
Yeah,
Okay.
we got bronze and then Casper got silver.
Okay.
Yeah, it's actually there has been teams in the past from the US that have gone, but this is the first year that it's ever been supported by USA Curling, probably
Okay.
because it was in the States and they definitely wanted a team in there. So we've had the opportunity to go before, but it would be like we'd have to pay for it completely ourselves, which isn't necessarily super doable. So we haven't gone before, but since it was supported by USA Curling and there was like a playdowns for it and things like that, that was definitely good. It was really cool from like it definitely being in the States was like super great. There was a lot of fans. I think that curling being a sport that you actually sit down and watch is kind of a big deal because like there's a lot of like skiing and snowboarding, which isn't as easy to just like go out and watch. So we had a lot of people from like the town just come in and watch, and like I feel like most of our games like had a pretty good showing.
Nice.
It was kind of like a mini Olympics, like it was a multi-sport event. We stayed at the Olympic Training Center. So like the one thing that I didn't like absolutely love about it is that like the US athletes stayed separate from the other athletes, which was like we had a way better facility, like way better food and things like that. But in terms of like meeting other people, we didn't necessarily get that aspect of it, but we definitely got to meet like a bunch of other athletes from the States. Like we stayed with most of the skaters, and then the hockey team was there for playoffs as well. So we got to stay with them too. There's like an opening ceremony and a closing ceremony that's has like acrobats and like speakers and things like that. It was honestly really cool, and it's going to be in Italy in 2025, and my team does plan on trying to qualify for that if USA Curling continues to support it. And I think that'll be like a great run, like right before the 2026 Olympics. So
you'll have to be right on the edge then, I would imagine. Like for university games, one would assume that at like 23 you wouldn't be eligible for that, but what is the age cutoff for that?
Also,
It's
you
under
have to be in
25.
university or recently. There's
Yes.
a time period when you graduate.
Got it.
yeah, you have to be under 25 to compete in it by FISU, and FISU just like makes you get a form signed basically saying that you're a university student. So as long as you're taking a class somewhere, I
So
do
what do you
plan to
get?
get a master's. So
Oh, okay.
I
So you're
think
gonna
that
take
I'll be in a
you're
master's
you're
program by
smart.
then.
Yeah.
You're smart. See, I would sign
Yeah.
up for like badminton and
Some people do that, and then you don't even really need to take it because once you get the form signed, it doesn't really matter. I'm not sure I'm allowed to say that, but I'm saying it anyways. And yeah, so
nice.
Also, you're not entirely correct. When we went in 2003 to the university games, we were funded by the USCA.
Whoa.
It's been a long
Okay.
time
Been a
though.
time.
So
It's-
there were
it's been a long time.
several
There
in
was-
a row where they did not
Yeah.
support.
But yeah, we were actually the first teams to do that. First team to go.
And then you ruined it for everyone.
We
Yeah,
didn't
way to go.
ruin anything, Craig. You shut your
Stories might suggest otherwise. But we digress. Anyway, you said you're going to work on your masters. What are you going to pursue a master's in?
I have my undergrad in urban studies. So right now I'm working in planning for a small like city government.
Okay.
I think eventually I want to get into consulting. I'm not exactly sure what I want to do with that yet, but right now my plan is to potentially get a master's in urban planning or a master's in public policy, but I'm not entirely sure yet.
Well, give us a like how big of a city you gonna design and what are you gonna do that's gonna make it the city of the future?
And where's the curling club gonna go?
Right in the middle?
I don't think I want to like design a whole city, but I feel like there are very cool opportunities just working on like very like progressive projects and like things that are going to help like the future of cities and things like that. I've worked in transportation planning in the past, so like just there's like EV cars and EV buses and things like that. So that's like definitely what I've been passionate about in the past, but also I have a passion for like the Olympic movement and towns, cities that have the Olympics in them, like they need city planners. So
Sure.
that's probably my dream job is to eventually like work for like Olympics or the cities. I had like this great like conversation with the director of transportation for the LA 2028 Olympics, and just like everything that goes to it is just like very impressive.
Nice. Tell me how you feel about roundabouts.
Oh, I like roundabouts. Keeps the traffic moving.
I do too.
There's actually a roundabout going into the town that I work in right now, and there is some pushback because it's by a school and people think that it might be dangerous, but we've been informing that we don't think it'll
Educating,
be dangerous.
educating the motorists
We're educating.
on the benefits of a
Yeah,
roundabout versus a
educating.
four-way stop.
Yeah,
Very
that there's
good.
a lot of traffic when school gets out, so we need a roundabout.
Got it. What town are you working in?
The city of Jordan.
I don't know, Jordan.
I don't know
Where's
Jordan
Jordan?
as well. Is this like a new?
It's kind of near Chaska. Like I
Okay.
can practice at lunch, which is great. It's on the way to Mankato. You would pass Jordan.
All right. Just past Chaska a little bit then.
It's just a little bit south of Shakopee and
south.
Chaska.
All right.
Okay.
I know that place.
You know Jordan?
I just actually drove through it on my way to St. Cloud
Whoa.
last week. So
All right.
There you go.
Quit bragging.
Fancy.
Nice.
We need some changes in Madison to the city planning.
Okay.
We need light rail.
I'm fine with that.
Okay. That's it.
There you go.
That's-
How do you feel about light rail, Laney?
I like the light rail. I feel like the problems that we have with public transportation and light rail have to do with people living in the suburbs and
That would
the
be all
light
three of
rail and the
us,
bus
pretty
system.
much.
Yeah, the light rail and the bus and like even in the Twin Cities is great, but if you don't live there, it would take me an hour to take a bus into the cities. So nobody really wants to do that. And Midwestern cities are really spread out. It's not like New York or anything like that where there's a little bit more population density. So
What do they call
Yeah.
the light rail at Detroit? The one that goes around downtown. This is just the light rail. Does it have a name?
I don't recall.
I don't know.
And Chicago's got the L.
I
What is
do
it?
know that I got the same problem in Madison where they just redid the bus system, and I used to be able to drive basically behind Oscar Mayer and get on a bus and take it like 25 minutes to campus downtown. But in their infinite wisdom, they got rid of all the parking. So now you have to take the bus everywhere. Like you can't
Park
park
farther out.
you can't park halfway and then take a short commuter route downtown. So
so good.
yes, I could take the bus to work, but it's going to take me over an hour one way.
You know what would be awesome is the fact that
Light rail.
both your old house and your new house are within like a quarter mile of railroad tracks, which could be utilized for light rail, which would take you right downtown.
I would love it. I would absolutely love it.
But
Man, I never knew you were so passionate about light rail.
I think it's a great idea.
What attracted you to urban planning?
Well, I started as a nutrition major and I
Okay.
didn't really know exactly what I wanted to do. And I really like geography, but I kind of was like, what the hell do you do with a geography degree? So
Amen.
that's when I kind of started. That's when I started getting like just reading and finding out about like urban planning and urban studies. And there's like a lot of things you can do with it. It doesn't necessarily just have to be like urban planning. Like you can get into like housing development and like real estate development and things like that as well. So
So the episode of The Simpsons about the monorail
I love that.
did not
episode.
influence you whatsoever in becoming an urban planner.
no.
That episode probably came out 6 to 8 years before she was born.
They got the internet now. Craig.
Have you ever
People
seen?
can go
I'm
back
Have
and-
you
just
ever
saying.
seen the Simpsons episode with the monorail? Have you ever seen
I've
an
only seen-
episode of The Simpsons?
No.
You should watch it. It's a great show.
Yeah.
It holds up over time. There's some episodes that are very
Not
dated,
Not
but
as good as others.
I've been watching it lately on Hulu and
Yeah.
some combo of the old and the new, and it's dynamite.
Perfect.
My wife's
Mo-
question of the day.
Monorail season 4 episode 12.
Oh yeah, so that's like
pretty-
1995ish,
that's
96.
93.
Oh,
First aired 1993.
okay,
Yeah.
that's a long time ago.
Let's see,
Maybe a little
she's
before that.
23. That predated her. Yeah, you had about right. Approximately
Yeah.
7 years before she was born.
My wife's question is, and this is how she phrased it.
Okay.
What's your go-to song pulling into the parking lot of the curling club, and why is it "Welcome to My House"? And that was the last part was a bit of a joke, but she thought it was funny.
Yeah.
We have a team playlist. We listen to like a lot of Doja Cat and Nicki Minaj. We stick to female artists because we like listens to female artists right
Girl
before
power.
we play. So yeah, girl power. Yeah.
Got it.
All right.
So
So do you have a?
Is there one specific song that you try and queue up for every car ride right before you get to the club?
also Doja Cat is a musical.
Yeah.
Something?
Yeah. She's a hip hop, maybe R&B artist. I'm not.
Maybe raps a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. Paint the Town Red by Doja Cat. That's usually a go-to.
Who?
You'll have to listen to it. You'll love it.
Hmm.
I'm
Okay.
sure.
I'll listen to it if you watch the monorail episode.
I will
of The
do that.
Simpsons.
Have a watch party. You watch.
Yeah.
You watch the monorail episode and then listen to Doja Cat. It'll be great.
We're gonna quiz you on the episode next time we see you.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Very good.
Let's get to our questions.
Yeah. Let's get to the question.
Unless
Yeah.
you guys have something else that we forgot that we should
I don't
ask.
think so.
Something's gonna come up, I'm sure. but-
It'll come to us about five minutes after we
Yeah,
say,
we'll-
say goodbye. So
Okay.
We'll ask the questions and then it'll bang around in our brains
Yeah.
and we'll ask you a different question completely off the track from our normal
Right.
questions.
Go.
First question: how'd you get started curling?
Kind of a family affair. My dad curled just for fun in a league, and then my brother started curling the year before me. And then I just kind of started. I started when I was like 12 in 7th grade or so.
Okay. Let's see. Your current teammates, you said you've been curling with for 5 years. How did you connect and start curling with them? Was that like through the USA program or?
Fully formed by USA Curling. I
Whoa.
will credit Dave Jensen. He did the best thing in the world for me.
Who was that again? You cut out a little.
Dave Jensen. He
Dave
used to
Jensen.
be the
Dave
director.
Jensen. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Well, okay. Two-parter here, I guess.
Wait. I gotta back up. Follow-up question. Do you have this? Is it the same team that Dave put together? Is who you're still currently curling with?
Mm-hmm.
So it's
He
Susan
put
and
together Susan,
Sid,
Becca,
and
Sid, and I, the four of us. And I still curl with all of them. We've just added Anna.
All right.
got it.
Okay.
Where are they from?
Anna's from Alaska, actually. And
Okay.
then Sid is from Broomstones, so Massachusetts, and then Becca's also from Massachusetts, but she's from like Western Massachusetts.
Okay.
And then Susan's from Pennsylvania.
All right. Okay. Other than your home club, what would you define as your home club right now? Or
Currently we're listed under Traverse City, so that would be my home club.
Traverse City. All right. Then what?
No, any club that she's ever
Any
considered
club-
home.
Any club
Yeah.
you ever
Okay.
considered
Other
home
than
club.
your home club, whichever that might be, however many there are, where is your favorite place to curl outside of your home club?
Hmm. I don't know. I really, there was a couple clubs like St. Vital in Winnipeg. That's a pretty cool club. And then we were just in Oakville this year for a tournament. That was pretty cool. But honestly, like in Sweden when we were there for the Junior World in 2022 in Jönköping Curling Club, like that was just a really cool facility. Like the hotel was like completely connected to the club. So I could like go watch one end of my brother's game by like walking out my hotel room door, like 1 minute was watching his game. And that was like super great because I felt like I could keep up with what he was doing, but also still get my rest when I needed. So
How do you say the name of that town in Sweden?
Jönköping?
Okay.
Jönköping.
I've seen it written, but I've never heard it said. I didn't know.
If we had a spelling contest right now, I would not get anywhere close to spelling that correct.
Jonkop
Your spelling would be whack, Mike.
ing maybe.
I think that's close.
It's close. I don't know if it's right, but it's close.
Is there an umlaut
I don't
on
know
any
if
of
I
Right,
think
those
there
vowels?
might be
There's gotta
there
an
might be
umlaut.
some of those things. I don't think
Yeah.
they're called umlauts in Swedish though.
Oh, okay.
That's German.
That's German.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. All right.
Next.
Whatever.
Go.
What's your favorite Bonspiel? I guess, and why? Have you done much? Have you done much fun Bonspieling? I feel like you have. It's all serious Bonspieling. Have you
like
have
fun
you done a single fun Bonspiel?
Yes. And I don't like it.
Oh,
What? You're going
I'm
the
kidding.
wrong ones.
No, well, probably actually. I just I like to win, and
okay.
I can't go to a bonspiel without for the objective of winning. So it's hard for me to fun curl for sure. So I'm sure I'll get there one day.
I
But
was
right
just gonna
now,
say, hopefully that will come to you later in life, that you are able
I'm
to.
sure that'll come. But right now, it's pretty serious for me. But honestly, like I've been going to the DeKalb Superspiel for like many years, and as much as like Morris isn't like the best place to curl because it's tiny and literally one road, it's comforting in a way. You know, it's pretty small. There's nowhere to get lost or like you know exactly what your plan is. There's one Airbnb in the town of Morris. We book it a year ahead of time every year so we can make sure we get that same Airbnb every single time.
So you don't
And it
stay at
just
the
works.
Stampede Inn.
Absolutely not.
Have you ever stayed at did you stay at the Stampede Inn once? Yeah.
Yeah, my first year we stayed.
Yeah. It's dynamite. We stayed we had the conversation about the Stampede Inn on the last episode, I believe.
Yeah, it was either that may have been after hours, but yeah, we definitely discussed the Stampede in. Nice.
That's a great spiel though. I went once. It was
Yes, that's what you
the
said.
town comes out, man.
Yeah.
They show up and show out. Look at me talking like
Yeah.
a kid.
Whoa, showing out.
Bussin'.
All right. Yeet.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Setting money and championships aside, what's the best, weirdest thing you've won curling?
Curling? What do you even mean by that?
Did you win like a clock
Like,
radio
you-
at a
yeah,
junior
if you wanna-
spiel, or did you?
Or a suitcase or some?
Yeah, I mean, you have
What-
to have
what
won
have you-
some weird or odd prize that is not a championship trophy or a big check.
Like junior spiels always have the raffle or the raffle table. Like you win the first event, you get first pick of the random stuff that people donated to the spiel.
Yeah.
Like, have you picked up anything weird along the way?
I mean, other than curling supplies, I don't think so. I mean, like, there's not a big junior curling like foundation where I'm from in Michigan. Like, there's not really like the only junior spiels I went to in Michigan are like just ones at my club. And otherwise, I was like going into Canada because I'm fairly close, 2 hours from the border. And I won some curling supplies, but I wouldn't say I won anything that weird.
Well, that's a
Kinda lame,
boring
though.
answer.
Yeah.
All right.
That's-
Well,
Here's a
they-
boring answer. I didn't know you could win weird things. Like, I
Oh,
was
yes.
unaware of this.
Oh yeah. We've got all kinds of
we've
weird
had all
things
kinds
that
of weird
have
answers. Like,
been won.
but I know that same lack of curling circuit in Michigan because when I was there, we basically played at men's spiels where if you win, you probably win a whole bunch of booze. So,
Yeah.
they gave us cash for the booze if we won something. So
Right.
There you go.
So they gave you like a 20 and
Boom.
said, "Here you go,
Yep.
kids.
Here you go, kids.
Go to McDonald's."
Yep.
Yep.
All right.
All right. What's a skill or talent outside of curling you'd like our listeners to know about?
Well, I'm not like the best cook ever, but I am the team cook, so I cook all of our meals. So I feel like that's pretty good.
I like that.
It is
good
good.
talent.
What's your favorite thing to cook?
Well, we do a lot of simple stuff at like weekend spiels because you have quick turnarounds and things like that. So we'll just do like a stir fry or something like that. But at slams and at nationals, like we have more time to cook more intricate items. So I've made a ramen one time. I thought that was really good. It was the first time I ever made ramen, and I feel like it turned out really well. I made that last year at nationals. So
With soft boiled egg and like some, did you put in some pork in there somewhere? Some pork belly?
we did tofu. There,
Okay.
my team doesn't really eat red meat, so chicken or tofu is usually what we eat, or fish.
Got it.
Got it. Okay.
You said you liked sushi. Have you ever made your own sushi?
I have made my own sushi. I've made it with my teammate Sydney one time. Mine was great. Hers was not so much.
Not so great. Not so great.
Nice.
All right. What's your favorite kind of sushi? Like if you're getting are you going with like tuna or octopus or what's your
That's salmon.
Okay.
Salmon's probably my favorite sushi.
All right. How about
Get
you
down
guys?
with that. I'm usually a tuna guy.
I kind of like
I
the
like
tuna
tuna.
myself.
I like tuna, salmon. In Japan, if you have the chance to get some octopus, do it. It's really good.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. What helped you along the way in becoming the excellent curler that you are right now?
I mean, coming from Midland had a pretty solid junior program. Mike Graves was like a really solid junior coach, and he is very good at the technical aspects. So personally, I feel like I've excelled as quickly as I have because I hadn't really had the opportunity to really develop any like terrible habits in terms of my like throw or anything like that. So I think like, I was put on a pretty competitive team like the moment that I started curling, and kind of getting into those events pretty early was definitely super helpful.
So your yeet has been good this whole time? Is that right?
I mean, it has its moments, but I feel like from the start it wasn't terrible. I mean, I don't really remember when I first started curling. I'm sure it was bad, but I learned from the best for sure.
Got it.
This is a completely unrelated question. We are all good friends with Courtney George. You have a good Courtney George story you can tell us? She's your coach right now, correct?
Yeah.
I love Courtney.
Something
Like,
dumb she
she's been
did
coaching
at a
us-
spiel, or
Yeah. Everybody loves Courtney.
yeah,
George.
everybody loves
Like,
Courtney
it's
George.
not.
How can you not?
We're
love
not
Courtney
like
George?
looking for some dirt on her or anything.
Yeah.
Just something funny.
Well, she can be she's not the best at technology, and USA Curling like loves to throw all this technology at her, like new computers, new cameras, new microphones. I think that's been a lot, so we've been managing, but she's gotten pretty good at it. But the start was slow.
And you guys help her with it. Is that what you're saying? You have to help us.
No, I just let her struggle. It's growth. She'll grow from it.
I like that.
Nice.
You're coaching from the reverse angle.
Yeah. There
Yeah.
you go.
Kids gotta learn, right?
Yeah.
Kids gotta learn.
Do you guys use mics when you're on the ice so she can hear you inside?
You do. I feel like it's a lot more entertaining for a coaching perspective, and she can tell what's going on a lot better. So it avoids a lot of conversations of what were you doing here, because she knows.
Right. No, I think it's great, and I wish that they would have gotten around to doing that sooner, because I think it would have been beneficial for countless teams in countless games.
Yeah.
Do you ever use it to your advantage? If you're like, hey, Court, I could really go for orange juice at the break. Does that ever happen?
I love talking to Courtney during games. Sometimes it's like beneficial in the sense like, holy shit, I don't know what to do here. Like, can you please write this down so we can talk about it later? That's a good use of it as well. But sometimes I just talk to her like, oh my God, could they possibly throw this rock any slower? I don't think they could.
Nice.
Is there one team in particular you want to call out for being slow?
No, I do not.
That does concern her. Earlier, she wasn't concerned with anybody, but now she's a little concerned with somebody. That's fine. All right.
Awesome. All right, a couple more fun ones left. You're going to a bond. This might be tough for you because you haven't gone to a bunch of fun bonspiels, but you can go to a competitive bonspiel. You're going to a bonspiel, and you get to take.
Well,
your...
a bonspiel is her choice. Like you can go.
Well, I know that's what I'm
any
saying.
bonspiel
But
you
I mean,
want.
most people are like, I'm going to go to a fun bonspiel, not like I'm going to go to the Players Championship and take super good curlers. But
Well,
whatever.
she can take
She's gonna
whoever
do
she
whatever
wants,
Let me
wherever
read the
she
question.
wants.
All right.
Go, I'll hurry up then.
Jeez. All right. You're going to a bonspiel. You can take your ideal team. So curlers, famous people, alive, dead. If you need to take a fifth, take a fifth. Where are you going? And then who are you taking with you?
This is hard.
This
is
is
a
a
hard
difficult question, yes. The next one's not as hard. I promise.
Well, for fun bonspiels, there is a very fun bonspiel called the Cherry Bonspiel in Traverse City. I don't know if you've ever heard of it,
I have.
but yeah, I have gone to that actually. So that is a fun spiel that I've been to.
All right.
That was a long time ago though. So I'd probably go there
Okay.
just because my family lives there and I think it's really fun and the new club's amazing.
Great answer so far.
Thank you. But
You're welcome.
who would I bring? I don't know. I feel like this might be a dumb answer, but I've yet to curl a spiel with my family yet. My mom has just started curling, and I've never played in a spiel with her yet. So
So
I
your
have
mom.
curled with my brother and my dad,
Okay.
but not in many, many, many years. So I would like to play that specific spiel with my family, I think. And I'm sure I will at some point in time, just not this year.
That is probably the sweetest answer.
That
we've
definitely
got,
the sweetest answer.
for sure.
I could also use other words, but I won't. No, that's great. Great answer. Okay, last one. Are you familiar with the parlance of a walk-up song in baseball terminology? Yes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
You have a walk-up song for curling. What would your walk-up
We
song
we have a slam song that plays over a video in the arena,
All right.
and it's Speed Drive it's in the Barbie movie. So that's kind of our team song. It's it's very girly and very fun. But like I said, we listen to a lot of Doja Cat and Nicki Minaj. There's this great term that the videographer at the Slam referred to the music that we listen to as slut pop. I don't necessarily love that term, but any of that
Sorry,
music probably
slut-
does fall
Slut,
into our
slut
song.
pop.
Slut-
SLUTPOP.
Slut pop. Okay, got it. Okay, we're on the same page now. Okay.
All right. Okay. So did you get that?
Did you write the
Sort
name
sort
of the
of. I wrote down Speed Drive and then Doja Cat, and that's
What's your favorite Doja Cat song?
Paint the Town Red.
Paint the
the
Town
Paint
Red.
Town
Weren't
Red.
you paying attention earlier?
I forgot.
That's fine.
I'm sorry.
I understand.
In case you didn't know, there is a Spotify playlist of everybody's answer throughout the years. So if you search Curling Nation on Spotify,
Okay,
you'll
good.
probably find the list, and it's super random. It's all over the place, but it's
I'm sure it's really
it's a pretty fun list.
Yes. 100%. Very eclectic. All right.
It is very eclectic.
Last question isn't so much a question as I'm sure you have some sponsors. Would you like to shout out your sponsors?
Yeah, so our main and head sponsor is Traverse City Curling Club, and then we're also sponsored by Hardline and Columbia.
All right.
Great.
Excellent.
You got anything that we missed that you think we should be asking you?
I don't think so.
Number one thing on your Christmas list this year.
Oh, good question.
I asked for some new gym shoes, so hopefully I get those.
All right. Are you a Nike woman
Nike,
or
Hoka,
what's your brand?
Adidas. Yeah, what's your brand? What's your flavor? Sorry, what?
The Noble shoes.
Oh, No Bull. Okay, got it. Okay.
I don't know those shoes.
They're
I've heard of it, but
I
I
think they're
don't know.
CrossFit shoes.
All right.
Which,
Yeah. A lot of people have made them into curling shoes. My teammate has a pair for curling shoes, and
yes,
I
there are a
think
number of
Coleman does as well.
pairs at our club
Yeah.
of Nobles.
Yep.
So awesome, Delaney, Laney, thank you for coming on the show. We wish you continued success. I'm sure we will see you. You obviously already qualified for nationals,
Yes.
so we will see you there. Good luck at the slams. Good luck in Japan.
Good luck in Japan.
Yep.
Enjoy the sushi. It's gonna be awesome. I know it.
Yeah. All right. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Thank you for coming on. Like I said, good luck the rest of the way.
Absolutely.
Cheers.
Thanks
Cheers.
so much for help.
All right. Season 4, episode 5 in the books, on the tapes, whatever you want to call it. We're done. Thanks for listening. Big thanks to our sponsors, Modus Financial, moduscc.com. Check them out. If you're starting a new business in the new year, Mason would be happy to help you out. Thanks again also to Endgame Curling. Croy and his new rooms are excellent. Hopefully Santa brought you one and put it under your tree. If not, check out your nearest curling retailer and they might be able to get you an Endgame room. Big thanks to Delany Strouse for joining us this week. She was great. Good luck to her the rest of the season. If you really need a stocking stuffer and you don't get together until after Christmas, get some ends cards. Email the show, curlingnation@curlingnetwork.com. Joel can hook you up. Otherwise, I think that's it. If you want us to have somebody on the show in the new year, email us and let us know. Maybe we'll get them on. Maybe we won't. We'll see some of you tune in to the Madtown Double Down. That starts first weekend in January, I think.
Thursday.
Thursday the 7th, 8th,
Sure.
5th.
20th,
4th.
9, 12.
100th,
4th.
4th. Is it? I don't know.
Pretty
4th.
sure it's the 4th.
It's the 4th. Thursday the 4th.
Thursday the 4th. Tune in. I'll
Of
be there.
January.
Craig will be there. Joel will be on the 1s and 2s, pushing buttons and looking handsome.
I doubt it.
Nah, probably not.
I try.
Yeah, Joel does his best. That's it. I'm Mike McDermott.
Craig.
Not Craig.
Curling Nation. Good curling, everybody. Happy New Year. Out.